Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to Bedford County Live. As you see, this seat usually has someone a little bit older and wiser than myself. But tonight, I'll be your host, and my name is Bo Gill. For those of you who do not know me, and welcome into another edition of Bedford County Live. Beside me is my co-host, Mr. Eric Maddox.
It's good to be here with you tonight, Bo.
Great to have you.
Where's David?
He is in an undisclosed location, and we are not privy to that information. That's all I was told. Look, the guy's important. I don't get it, but we're here. But this is a hostile takeover. We are taking over this tonight. And that I just, since he said no show, I'm in. And we're going to take it over. And we're going to provide the best show yet.
So do we have his permission for this? Or we just kind of go rogue?
We don't need it. We're just rogue.
Okay.
We're rogue.
Okay.
We roll rogue, and that's how we're going to roll tonight. So if he comes in, if it goes off the air, we're so sorry. That means the plug got pulled. But I think we'll be good till then. But again, welcome to Bedford County Live. We've got a lot of things going on here. As we know, fall is in the air. Fall is in there. I mean, I felt it tonight. I had my long sleeves on, but now I have transferred because I'm in the hot seat. It's really hot here. And so I see you got yours on.
Big shoes to fill. Yeah. I have to. Fall is in the air, Bo Gill.
Yes, it is.
It's not. Matter of fact, I just left a little football game, a little JV scrimmage in Eagleville. Cascades playing. Yeah.
Look at there. See, football means fall.
Yeah, it's kind of crisp when I left earlier. It's football, all that.
Well,
good stuff.
I tell you what, it's that time of year, Eric, and you know what? This show wouldn't happen without our sponsor. And our sponsor, IDA Inspired Dance Academy. They've been great to our show, and to tell about them. It's a place if you want to learn how to dance, if you want to have lessons. I guess they'll take many ages up, but that's IDA Inspired Dance Academy. That's a 103 Northside Park Drive, and you can contact them at 615-424-8210. That's IDA Inspired Dance Academy. Make sure to give them guys a shout, and we want to thank y'all for them. Another thing tonight, as we continue on to this railroad train, as we have taken over a hostile takeover of Bedford County Live, we have a nice giveaway tonight.
Bo brought his socks. Are those your socks?
No, I found them on the road because they got stomped in Florida. But look, this is a revival of these socks. I saw these socks beside the road. I said, look, we can revive just like the Vols are going to revive this Saturday or whenever they play next. I think it's this Saturday. But look, all you got to do is comment on the show, whatever you want to comment and talk about. You can just say mostly whatever within range, but you will be in the drawing.
Yeah.
Drawing. We're going to be in the drawing to get these socks. And we will be, it'll be held, I guess tomorrow morning when the captain is let out of the closet, and you'll have you a new pair of socks. So go Vols, and don't forget to comment to get these socks.
Yeah, make sure you comment and get those are beautiful.
They are beautiful. They really would go good with the orange tie. So get them. They're fresh. They're new, and we hope that you can comment so they can be yours. Now, look, we've got a lot of comments going on. I don't know if you want to get to any comments that we have right now.
Well, but it looks like Teresa Gill.
Well, hello, how are you doing?
Alan Gill,
I think I might know him. And while I want to tell you why I'm so relaxed tonight, you know why?
Why? But you don't seem so.
I was relaxed.
You were relaxed.
I get relaxed. I get going. I might just fall out in a minute. But
why are you so relaxed?
Well, I had a massage today. I had a massage. I had a massage. I like to have massage. They're good for the body. They're good. They get me feeling good. And I will tell you who did is my Star Burnham at Star Body Works, and she does a wonderful job. So if y'all want to contact Maya at Star Body Works, 931-283-8288, she would be glad to help you out with all your aches and pains.
Well, there you go.
And you'll be just like this, just relax and then going at the same time.
So in other words, after you go take dance lessons,
you go
take from IDA.
You go to my Star Body Works and you get you a nice massage.
You got it. Speaking of dance, Bo, have you ever been a big dancer? Were you ever a dancer back in the day?
Well, after I quit when I didn't start, that's when I was the best. It was a wonderful time. But no, I'm a toe stepper. I guess that's what you call it. You got two steppers.
Yeah.
they're pretty good. I'm the toe stepper,
Yeah,
so
okay.
watch out.
Yeah.
Keep your toes out of the way. I'm not much of a stepper. I do have rhythm,
Yeah.
but I'm not much of a dancer because I've never learned the moves. And you know why? Because I never went to IDA Inspired Dance Academy to get my lessons.
Well, you need to go. And I know this is an old dance, but I can remember. You remember when break dancing was a thing back in the 80s?
Now I was a very
Were you a trained break dancer?
I was not, but I was trying my best. Now my brother Tyler, he could spin and everything. I watched the movies Breaking. I mean, that was big. The zipper jacket with Michael Jackson. We were all break dancing in the 80s.
Okay.
What about you? You seem to be have been a break dancer from way back.
I did enjoy that type of music. I enjoyed.
You didn't spin on your back
in the day, back in my youth.
Oh, yeah.
And in the skating days.
Oh, I loved it. I mean, that was the thing to do. You did that and the Running Man. I mean, we're getting into dancing. You could probably learn the Running Man
from IDA Inspired Dance Academy.
Well,
let's hear comments here. So, Drew Leverett, any news on the Tennessee Downs?
Well,
when are they going to start construction?
You know what? I'm asking the same thing, Drew. And I have seen. Well, it seems like there's a few like heavy machinery out sometimes, and I see a pile of dirt here and there. I haven't heard they're not coming, but I haven't seen any movement, or I haven't heard any news. How about you, Eric?
I haven't heard. I mean, I do know that they're cutting hay up there.
Well, they're making hay, and that's good. That's good for the agriculture.
They are making hay. Actually,
well,
they really are actually making hay.
I don't know what to get for a moment. I know that they were going to use the airport quite a bit. I don't know if they're now in a wait and see mode to see when MTSU, the flight aviation, occupies that place. I don't know. That's just what I'm hearing. But that could be totally wrong. I know that could have some influence in it, but there's not been a lot of soil work done. I mean, this is going to be an elaborate setup. So things like this, they take years and years really to get the right soils. I think they're going to have some basements. They've got some crazy designs, and it looks pretty cool. But no, was it Drew?
Drew, yeah, Drew.
I'm glad you asked about that, because I drove to Murfreesboro not too long ago, and I was looking and had the same question.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. If anybody else that's watching, if you know what's going on,
I do know
with Tennessee Downs. I mean, we know what we know, but there really hasn't been anything disclosed past.
Well, and I do know that the Douche-Can chemical plant is going up. They've got several of those big canisters to fill with the chemicals. So it is going up and going, and the walls are up. We have Chick-fil-A going up. Industry is booming, and chickens are being sold, and not just at Tyson anymore in Shelbyville. So. But I do know that some things with the city are going on also, as they had their council meeting last Thursday, and they had some pretty big issues. One of them being the funding of the Shelbyville Bedford partnership. The city council that was up on their agenda last month, and then they deferred it. Well, it got deferred again Thursday due to lack of information being disclosed to the council people. They've also they've approved a design to start on the district right there at the river walk, and maybe possibly closing off a street there. What do you think about
kind of like you're talking about like Printer's Alley downtown Nashville?
That's kind of, and I think that was mentioned. Something like a Printer's Alley look, like where it's just a pedestrian area. That road that they're talking about, it's on the southwestern side of the square, and it will be, it's kind of got a sharp curve on it anyway. Right. You have to look in the mirror up there. It's never been a well-traveled road. It's a road. I guess I'm, nostalgic about it because it's always been open. But if this plan comes through to what is proposed, I wouldn't be against it. Something like that, a pedestrian to tie in with the river walk and things like that. Yeah.
I mean, it really does look nice down. I mean, there are quite a few vacant buildings, but they have done a great job. That courthouse square area is very inviting. I know there's a lot of activities that now take place down there.
They do.
It's a great atmosphere. It's a great place, small town USA, and I know that a lot of people enjoy that square. But as far as blocking off that road for a Printer's Alley type, I know we're labeling that already, but I mean,
we can call it Maddox Alley.
I don't know if it's sell. I don't know.
Well, I think that just like you said, to echo what you said about the square. I mean, if you just sit back and look and beauty is in the eye of the beholder sometimes, and sometimes we ignore, don't see what we really have, and it's beautiful there. And what's happened recently with the renovations, it looked wonderful. The courthouse, and then if this piece of the puzzle here could fit in great with this river walk, with these new restaurants, it's just going to tie it up. Now that we're talking about the square, I did notice at the Glass Hollow that they have removed the big windows. The Glass Hollow. It looks like that they're making a lot of progress here lately since the celebration. So go by and look and see the work that's going on there. It's exciting really to see it's starting to go. We've heard about it for a long time, and I know they've had maybe roadblocks or issues here or there, but I'm glad to see that they're finally going forward, because that's what we want to see is progress here on our square.
I agree. And just I know we want to get everybody involved. Bedford County Live. We want y'all's input.
Y'all tell me to shut up. So
hey, by the way, Emily did make a comment that says Bo looks like he's getting muscle cramps. This was earlier, so I'm sure that things. And then
I am.
And then Andy Gibson said David looks a lot different.
Yes, David has hit the fountain of youth. Welcome. I found it. I ain't telling you where it's
David
at.
Looks a lot different than he did last week.
That's right.
And then Miss Emily said Chick-fil-A is coming along fast.
It's coming along very fast. I mean,
you'll have God's chicken.
You will, and it's just like how the sub Firehouse came in kind of boom quick. Before you know it, they're going to be the new chicken in town. Watch out, Tyson. I'm just saying. There's another chicken here. So,
Miss Teresa Gill said we have the most beautiful courthouse
we do
around.
We do, and I agree with her. And I am biased because she is my mother, but I think that was a pretty good comment there, and I believe that we can only get better. And I like the plans that we're having here now. To digress off that issue a little bit, there was an issue about the rentals agreement, and there were several representing the renters there, and they're really what it is they have voted to approve a resolution requesting the federal government to implement new rules on rental units bought with federal backed money. So if someone purchases their property with federal backed money, FHA, VA, rural development, then they are looking to implement 4 additional criteria.
What are some of those rules they're looking at?
And I'm not so sure I agree with them. Some of them seem like violations of the Constitution of just being a freedom. Okay. One of them is limits on how much landlords can raise rent each year. So it puts a cap. I don't know the numbers on that, but this will limit how much a landlord can raise rent each year, which again seems to be not American and not letting the market work. I mean, the market, when you start inflating or creating a non-authentic economy or market, that's what they did in all these dictatorships and all these communism regimes, and that's not what we want to do. It seems like that. I'm not calling that the communist.
I didn't take it.
I wasn't. But it limits our freedom, and we need to get involved, because if we don't get involved and we don't say anything, then our freedom will be taken away from us little by little. Landlords, he's just trying to make $1. And a lot of times these houses are getting torn up and they're getting beat, and the landlord is responsible for a lot. So I think there needs to be, if not rules, 4 rules here for their landlord, there should be an equal number for the tenants right there. But I'll digress on that. I'll go on a tirade if you let me. The next one would be the renter require the landlords to do repairs and provide livable conditions. Most of them do that. There are probably some that don't, and those that don't, they need to, but it's kind of one of those governmental regulations, like, don't tell me what to do, please. I mean, we got this. Most of them do take care of their landlords. I mean, of their tenants, but some landlords don't.
Yeah, I would hope. I mean, if the renter is paying money for a property, then that renter ought to be able to enjoy that property and get what they're paying for.
It's a liability, it's a risk, but I not to say that there are some landlords that don't take care of their stuff, and they don't, and that's okay. That's really their freedom also. But when it just seems like a couple of these kind of want to kind of are treading lightly on some of our rights. Another thing is to establish a landlord registry. including the name and phone number of the owner. I don't know about that. I mean, who's considered a landlord? One on one, on two, on three. You know, where's this registry? I mean, what is this, like some kind of? Are they trying to make this negative? It sounds like they're trying to put a negative connotation on that. And all these people are just you know, people like you and I trying to make money. Entrepreneurship. It's what America was built on. And this criteria I'm reading seems to put a limit to that in some certain instances. A lot of it could be mopped up with common sense, but as we all know, not everyone's got common sense. Do we have any comments?
Yeah, we'll go to the comments. So Brendan Taylor says, we're kind of going back to the Printer's Alley, blocking off the road, says, if that kind of designated pedestrian traffic keeps pedestrians from walking through private property on that side of the square, I'm in favor of it.
Yes.
That's what Brandon says.
Yes.
Andy Gibson says, and it actually got quite a few likes and hearts here. It looks like lots of homeless hanging out in that area of the square, though. Lawnmower races as well. Lawnmower.
Well, that's true, and that's true, and I get that, and yes, as is right now, that's what it would do. But I'm hoping that a revitalization of that area, maybe a little tough backbone cleanup, and a little bit of enforcing these laws on squatters or things that the people that don't need to be where they're at on public property. If we can do a little bit of that and clean up and have this going good, I believe that they'll go elsewhere, and maybe they can go to work at some of these places.
There you go. Andy also in close out the comments says maybe a Printer's Alley would help fix that. So yeah, quite a couple of folks actually agreed with that. So, yeah, y'all feel free to give us your comments. We've got quite a few logged in.
Yeah, it's you could each of these issues that the council took up this month are issues that, you know, you could debate one way or another, but I think we're on the same page that we want to progress Bedford County, Shelbyville, and in the right direction, in the positive direction. And sometimes that takes time, but I see that we're in a good transition period where there's a lot of opportunity.
There is. You know, one thing, can I change the subject just
please change the subject.
Well, let me tell you what I want to talk about. Bo, it just seems absolutely crazy and absurd to me lately that, you know, inflation has gone through the roof. It seems that every time we go to the store, things continue to go up. Yeah. I would be curious to know what you all are noticing. I mean, a lot of this stuff is just absolute. We know we're paying more for gas. We know we're paying.
It's funny when you asked me that question earlier, I said, well, maybe we should frame it as what has not gone up, because I don't know of hardly anything, just to give you my 2 cents, of what has not gone up.
Yeah.
Taxes all the way to gas, all the way to any type of home. You know, there was, and a lot of it got blamed on the COVID deal. You know,
I don't know if I will go with that.
I won't go with that either. Yeah. It's just like the touchless paying and all that. You know, a lot of that came from this, and I just don't. You know, I think that it's hitting us all hard, and it really should want to make us be involved when these issues do come up, and even when they don't, to always be involved in county government, city government, to see what's going on, because that is where those decisions are made. And these councilmen and commissioners like Commissioner Maddox on to my left here, they're the ones that make these decisions, and they're representing you. And it's really on us to go to them and tell them, you know, to tell them how we feel about it, good, bad, or indifferent, whatever way. If you think he's one way, tell him your way anyway. You know, that's what a good representative should be, and it's on us. These things will just keep going out of control if we don't have some type of checks and balances.
Oh, I agree 100%. Now, I don't know how much we'll be able to impact inflation, but I hear you loud and clear on some of these other issues. We're going back. Oh, look to what Josh Blevins said. Well, first of all, let's go back up. So it looks like we have video. We have video of firsthand evidence of the lawnmower activity on the square.
Oh, well, please do.
We need to somehow see that.
We'll have to get footage. That. We'll make sure to get that footage up. If you can share that footage and bring it on.
Yeah, that would be great. And Joshua Blevins said, Josh Blevins, I know this gentleman. Josh Blevins said, I paid $3 for a Twix bar this weekend.
Wow. And that must be, I think they have gold flakes in them now is what I'm hearing. So Donna Smith said Captain D's manager told us their food's going up $2 next week. So you see this inflation, it is staggering out of control. And used to, when gas or little items went up 50 cents or little, gas will go up 50 cents or a quarter overnight, and then it'll come back down 15 and it'll go. Is so volatile. Why? We have our own, that's a whole different discussion. But whenever administrations in the presidency in Washington D.C. change seats, sometimes that happens, and you see what a good economy is like not too long ago, and you see what a bad one is now.
Yeah, a couple more comments. Emily said, "I heard that Raphael's is going up. Is going to be charging 4% card fee. Of course, that's part of the inflation as well."
Yeah, that's part of the inflation. That's not good. I see it. I'm sure they've got a good reason why, but we're already paying. We already paid enough gas to get there, and then we go for this 4%. I would encourage some of these business owners to negotiate with these car companies. I don't know if they can, and they probably tried, but man, that's just a tough pill to swallow when you're throwing 4% off of anything else. And then if there's waiters there and tips, tip's not coming. So
I agree. Sharon Peebles, you were about to.
I was about to just to remind people about these socks. Remember at the Gator game, I found them on the side of the road. Somebody got mad and they said they're done. I picked them up, I washed them, and I'm giving them. That's a joke, by the way. It's a joke. I'm giving them away to whoever comments. We're going to have a drawing in the morning. We're going to give these away, and you can come pick them up. But you will know that in the morning.
Anybody that comments
tonight, and you will be in the drawing for these brand new UT socks that were not picked up on the side of the road after the beatdown by the Florida Gators this weekend. I hate to say that, but it happened.
Well, speaking of Sharon, she's entered into the drawing, and she makes a very valid point. She said, "My mortgage has gone up for the past 2 years, and it's hard on one income household."
It very much so is. And then if you're paying taxes in another account there, then that's just rising it up too, and that has a lot to do with that increase.
Yeah, and Meme Queen said it was their fault because Josh wanted Josh. So that's $6 for
wow, he doubled.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, you got to start negotiating. I think we're at the point of inflation where we just negotiate everything. I don't know, but it don't work too good because these kids checking you out, they don't know what negotiate means, and that ain't good when that happens. In other news, we've got all kinds of dancing going on around here because IDA Inspired Dance Academy is our sponsor for this show. And we just want to thank them again and give them a shout. They're at 103 North Side Park Drive, 615-424-8210. Just want to make sure to shout out at them guys. And my Star Body Works, rub you down right.
Is that why you're just so excited?
She rubbed all the bad's gone.
Well, we got a lot of comments, Bo. Let's catch up on. Let's go. So small business owners. So Pat Ray says small business owners are hit hard by card fees. We could help small businesses avoid these fees by paying cash. There's a lot of
talk. I am an ultimate advocate for that. And those of you that aren't, check out Catherine Austin Fitz online. She'll really let you know.
Yeah, there's some good information there. Andy says again, Bo, unrelated, but
yes, will
Bedford County Live cover the 2024 presidential race? I'm trying not to go off in a rabbit hole here, but
I will tell you one thing: you will know about the presidential race here. And will we talk about it? Well, this is Bedford County Live, and we talk about Bedford County. But you know what? When that's happening and it starts heating up, you better believe it. We're going to talk here, and we want you to talk about what y'all want to talk about. Now, we like to keep it local, and we want to see, what's going on here. But you better believe it. Now, that we've taken over this ship tonight. So, when David gets back in the seat, it might not. But as far as tonight goes with this coup,
have you? Yeah. So we're committing to do a presidential.
We will have presidential info on here. Whether it be in a show, whether it be an update, whether it be just news on shovelnow.com. And by the way, make sure, have you guys been checking out shovelnow.com? It has all the local news now. And did I mention it was free? There's no subscription involved. Go to shovelnow.com. Get all of your news, your local news, your police reports, crime reports, obituaries, and your real estate transfers. And it is all there. It's all free. And we just invite you to go to shovelnow.com. And also, if you didn't know, and for those who don't know, there's a radio station.
There is
The Shovel Now radio station. It plays the classic hits.
Yep, and it streams 24/7.
24/7. You can keep it on.
Yeah.
It'd be a great thing to have in the back, maybe at the office, something like that. And did I mention it was free also? I don't know if I did, but that's the biggest thing. It is free, and we want to be informed. It's something that we want to do, is just inform people here, and we want to be the place that you go for all your information. Us here tonight, we're just having a good time. This is your show. We want to hear from you. We're just having fun, and we've given you a forum as we take this as this hostage takeover goes.
Yeah.
Goes
Well,
along.
hey, speaking of we the people out there commenting, I want to read a couple of these comments. So Bruce Tingley says, I don't get someone thinking that they're going to get a raise and nothing is going to happen to the economy. Think about what you're saying. Of course, the gas is going up. It's costing businesses more. So things have to change. Wow. That's true.
That's exactly right. They have to change. And I don't see how that it can go anymore. The Fed has already started to kind of cap, and, they don't know whether to go up or not. In the early 80s, it was like 17%. I mean, are they going to go there? I don't know, but it's scaring a lot of people. And I've noticed a little bit more, reserve in people, investors, things like that. I mean, usually you see the ebbs and the flows, where the ebb or the flow, or whichever one it is, it's ebbing, and it ain't ebbing down.
Yeah, that's right. And sometimes
for heaven's sakes,
right? For us, for I'm a family of 5. For us, if we go out to eat, it's $100.
I guarantee you every time, every time, and that's probably trying to save some money. Yeah, and I mean, fast food. If you go there, 2 people used to be $15. It's going to be $25.
Yeah.
Everything and everywhere has gone up a percentage, and it does. And I think it's across the board. I have not. I mean, there's very few things, if any, that have not, and maybe jewelry has. I don't know, but I assume everything has gone up because it's been a global supply and demand issue on commodities. But is it? I don't know. It seems a little strange, like they're really playing that card again too much. But I thought this was over, but apparently it's not, and the prices have stayed.
Yeah, the prices are astronomical in some areas.
And it brings up, all kinds of, other questions. But, here in Shelbyville, I'm just proud to be here. I'm proud that it's fall. I'm proud that we have good people here watching and that tune in and comment. And we just want to make this your Monday night kind of getaway. It's 8:30. That's how we've been doing it. I apologize. Last week I couldn't make it. I was under the weather. But my friend here and fellow commissioner, well, not fellow. I'm not a commissioner. I don't know where fellow came in. Just Eric. He's just Eric. Just Eric. He's just a fellow, and I'm a fellow. And we're just glad that you're here watching us. Don't forget to comment that tomorrow morning we'll have this. We'll have a lottery pick. What do you call it? A drawing. For these socks here. They're awesome. They're cool. I wish I had some myself. I wish I could enter. I wish I could comment, but I can't because I'm carrying it along.
But you talked about fall. I get kind of excited when I think about fall. Not only football, but I don't know how many folks are watching that this interests you, but deer season's coming.
Deer season's coming. How can you forget?
Yeah, so you've got archery season coming up.
We've had archery. We've already had archery. We had and then we've got. Then when does the other archery come?
So we've got September 23rd through October 27th.
Okay.
And then it looks like young sportsmen to be October 28th through 29th.
Be your juveniles.
Yeah, muzzle loader.
That's when it starts getting real serious. It's already serious by the archery. They're already.
I think that's when a lot of hunters harvest their game. So November the 4th through the 17th. And then on November the 18th,
the rifles come out.
That's when you can sit in your stand and it's
that's right.
So as soon as that first light hits, you can just hear it pow pow.
That's right.
Pow.
Oh, I know it.
And every shot, I think they just got my deer.
They did. And then you get theirs though. Every day comes, but you don't get one. My dad always said you're not going to get one unless you're out there. So get out there, enjoy the woods.
Yeah.
Those are and share with us what you've taken home. It's a great way to feed your family, to supplement food. I love deer steaks. I love any kind of venison, jerky. However, I encourage you to be responsible while you're hunting, to be safe, and don't involve alcohol or drugs with firearms. and to be respectful of others' lands, their property, and just have a good time.
Hey, can I say something? I'm going to say something.
You're gonna say,
I think that it's important. I'm a big advocate for the Second Amendment. I believe that for more reasons than one, but I believe that we're just one or two generations away from change, and I think it's important for us to make sure that our young people are equipped and knowledgeable about firearms and take them hunting. I mean, I think that's very important. I love to go hunting with my son.
It is.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be, it needs to be shown how it was, and when you can do that and live off the land like they did, and are taught the respect for nature, for animals, for everything. We've got to respect these things and to do it in a sportsmanlike way.
That's right.
And don't think of the game warden as the bad guy, because he is the good guy. He's getting the people from doing the things that will take our freedoms away if we're not responsible about it.
Speaking of game, I haven't heard anything about the Bears, Bo. Have you heard anything about the Bears?
The Chicago Bears?
No, not the Chicago Bears.
Bears.
There were Bears, what, a month ago?
The Bears were in Manchester. The Manchester are coming off. The Bears have been here before. Obviously, they've been here. We had elk back in, but they are slowly, it seems like, coming off that mountain and coming into the valley here. So if you have any bears, make sure to get that bear spray, because that bear spray will get them.
Andy actually makes a comment here. It's pretty funny. He said, "Let's have a real fall conversation." He said, "Are you boys on the pumpkin spice train or
pumpkin
no?"
Spice will make me not nice. Let me tell you, I'm good. Here's my pumpkin spice story, and I've already smelt my first pumpkin spice of the year. I'm good now. But it was my daughter, and she sprayed a big bunch, and boy, did it hit me, and I liked it for about 5 seconds,
and then it went away.
I'm out. No, it went away in my mind, but
I can't do. I just can't. I mean, I'm sure there's pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice is fall, right?
Yeah,
but Andy, to answer your question, I hope this doesn't offend you, Andy, but I'm just not a pumpkin spice.
I like the smell of pumpkins burning. Maybe, I don't know. There's some smell on Halloween that I smell. Leaves bottled up,
candy,
smell of candy. I don't know. Maybe somebody's pumpkin got caught on fire. They left the candle in there too long, but I don't know. I'm not on the, peppermint. Then Christmas comes around, right? And then the peppermint smells come out, and then that's good for a little while too. But just give me a little ocean breeze, and we'll call it a day. How about that?
But fall is in the air.
Fall is.
I mean, you can feel.
You can feel it.
I mean, you can feel.
I mean, I don't do that. I do have a long sleeve somewhere, but I didn't wear it tonight. But it is that time, and I love it. I love it. I'd rather prefer cold weather. Do you? Do you like?
I do like a little bit of the fall, of the cooler fall weather. Speaking of events, fall. I wanted to mention this. Brendan said the American Mule and Bluegrass Festival is on the last weekend of September, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of dancing there. And speaking of dancing,
we've got our sponsor, and we just want to thank them again for sponsoring us after we've taken over this, and we'll let David out of his undisclosed. Taken over. It's been just total takeover. IDA Inspired Dance Academy at 103 Northside Park Drive, 615-424-8210. Go get your dance on. Go learn to square dance. Go learn to back it up. Go learn to do it all, and do it all at the IDA Inspired Dance Academy.
Yeah, speaking of that was pretty funny, by the way. Speaking of the Mule and Bluegrass Festival, Carrie says there's some hardworking trainers and talented animals and musicians that will be at the Mule Festival. Is this? Hope everyone goes at least once to support.
I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Mr. Maddox. Where is this?
Well, I don't have the information. So somebody
they did have
I had it the last show, but.
It's at the Cooper Steel Arena.
It is
I believe.
Steel Arena, but I don't have a.
Well, I tell you what, they had a big showing of this last horse show there. The cowboys that shoot from the hip.
Right.
And I didn't get a chance to make it this year, but they did, I think, a 7-day show there. So that's really good. And there were a lot of people there, and that we want to thank those folks, because that's good for the economy. We want to use the Cooper Steel Arena.
Yeah.
Cooper Steel Arena is something else. We I think the town should be appreciative of the Coopers and the commitment they've made to the celebration and to improving one of our main attractions here, and that's the Cooper Steel Arena, formerly known as the Calsonic Arena. And they've already painted the outside. They've got several new signage. The fascia is wonderful. I think it's a great place for us. And I've heard that they have it booked already for the entire year next year. I'm just saying, I'm not official on that, but that's what I've heard. And so that's bravo. I say we need to get Hank Williams Jr. here.
Oh man, that'd be great. That'd be a lot of fun.
I don't know if that'll happen, but Hank, if you're listening, come on.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of more events, Josh is adamant that they're having a big old yard sale out at the Union Station annual fall community yard sale.
Well, that is always fun.
Starting at 8:00 in the morning. So
it's this Saturday at 8:00.
This Saturday,
and where
Grand
was that?
Station Boulevard behind Brad's Market on 41A. 15 to 20 houses. So, Josh, what are you selling?
Yes, tell us what you're selling, please.
I need to know before we drive out.
Are you a yard sale guy?
I like flea markets and yard sales.
I like yard sales. I found some great stuff at yard sales.
Yeah.
I think they have one at Brookhaven every year too, or maybe twice a year. A big Brookhaven, that's where you go trick or treat too. It's always back there. A good neighborhood. I kind of was raised, had friends there, and but that's good. I like to know about things like that. If there's anything, yard sales. I don't know if we'll be doing like they do on the radio, the swap and shop, but we will help you out on the, and we'll swap and shop with you. We don't know. We'd like to have it.
Wayne Hitchcock Railway. I love
it. You gotta live the life.
I love. That's my morning show. One other thing I need to mention, they're going to have a car show in Wartrace this weekend as well. So come out, support that. It's for the volunteer fire department.
Are you bringing your Lamborghini out?
If I had one, I could take my.
Well, that's okay. Your pumpkin spice with your lemon, that's okay. I think I can bring my Z71 out there and maybe have a good time. I doubt I'll win because those fellas bring some nice hot rods. I don't know.
I want to drive my Jeep.
Maybe. Are you? Yeah. Well, you might win the Jeep contest.
Well, I know.
You need to get in the Jeep club. Yeah, I'm sure they know about that.
Yeah. Well,
go for it.
No, the producer just alerted us to something. Uncle Nearest, the Balloon Festival.
Yeah, and the date on that is October the 20th, I believe, and September the 30th. I'm sorry. Thank you, producer. And what was and that'll be the Balloon Festival. What do they do there? Do you know exactly about that?
I think they're going to fly hot air balloons.
Are they really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to ride in one?
No, negative.
I would like to.
My wife has always told me that she wanted to get on a hot air balloon, but I told her I'm just not going to do that. Hunter Girl's going to be there. It's going to be a big deal. When you drive past there, they're doing a lot of good things out there at
they are
Uncle Nearest. It seems like it stays packed, and
it is. And I was going back from Murfreesboro about 10 o'clock Saturday night, and it was totally packed. Yeah. So I mean, they're bringing it into town. So we just want to thank those folks as well for what they've invested into Bedford County.
I agree.
We're all for Bedford County. We're all for the best here. Is there any other comments that we need to go over there?
I think they're dwindling. Everybody's
everybody?
Sleepy,
where did you go? Come on, y'all! Yeah. It's a Bedford County.
But Josh did say I'll sell those UT socks if I win.
Oh, don't forget about the UT socks. If you've commented tonight, or if you comment by the time I say good night, folks, then you get a chance to be in the drawing for the socks.
Yeah. It's been a fun night, Bo. I've enjoyed it. And I've missed David.
I have.
We're gonna have to.
We will have to. The undisclosed location.
We'll have to undisclose him by.
Well, he already knows if he's hooked up. He knows we took over, so it's all good. I mean, we'll ask for. We don't ask for permission. We just kind of ask for forgiveness. So we'll do that one. But we just want to again thank IDA Inspire Dance Academy. 103 Northside Park Drive, 615-424-8210. And I just want to say thank you for all to watch and to be informed. Maybe next week we'll be on a regular format with Mr. David in the king chair in the hot seat. Here. Yeah. I'll be over there where I don't have to get all this and that going. But I enjoyed it, and I appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. It's been a great night, and we look forward to having you back next Monday at 8:30 here on Bedford County Live. Until then, stay safe, and we'll see you.